Hi everyone, I'm Gary from Molson Coors Technical Services, Digital Services team. Today we're in Houseboat Derby to perform an under-counter line clean. So step by step, we'll take you through the most efficient, safe way to clean your beer lines and keep you serving that great pint every single time. So let's go and take a look. Firstly, we'll switch off our beer cooler at the plug socket, if safe to do so. We can then switch off the gas to the keg, like so. We can now remove the beer coupler from the keg by squeezing the handle together, release, and twist to remove the keg coupler. Okay, so now we've disconnected everything and we're ready to run some water through the lines. So this is a pressurised cleaning bottle. It's very important that we do check the date on it to make sure it is in date. And also, this is a pressurised vessel. So whenever we're finished with it, we do need to vent the bottle by pulling the vent there. It's also important never to put part of your body directly above the top of the bottle. So we'll get some PPE on, and we'll start putting some water through the line. Okay, so we've got our PPE on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to top the bottle up with some water. So we can either use a hose or a jug. Okay, so now we've got water in the bottle, ready to rinse the beer line. So we'll place the coupler over the top of the bottle, remembering not to hold our head or body over the bottle, and connect. Okay, so we're now ready to bring the water through the line. So we'll pull and pour into a jug. Don't use beer glasses, we only recommend using jugs. So we'll let that pour through, around about 4 to 8 pints of water, and we'll change to beer line cleaning fluid after. Now the bottle's fully vented, we can remove the coupler off the bottle and we can now top up the bottle with some cleaning fluid. Okay, so we've got our beer line cleaner. It is important that you do use an approved beer line cleaner and as well to follow the manufacturer's guidelines when using any product. So we're going to use 50 millilitres to 5 litres of water on the mix for the line clean. Okay, at this stage it's very important we still have our PPE on to protect our eyes and our skin. So we're going to pour this into the bottle that has already been part filled with water. It is important that you do part fill with water to avoid splashes from the actual cleaning fluid. So now we're part filled, we'll pop our fluid into the bottle carefully like so. And now our mix is ready. Okay, so at this point we're bringing the fluid through the beer line to give it a clean. It's very important that we do use jugs, preferably white or clear jugs. Don't use aluminium as it will react with the fluid, and don't use pint glasses, the risk of contamination. Okay, so now we're leaving the line cleaning fluid to soak in the beer line for 10 minutes. We'll pull some through and we'll leave fresh fluid in the line again to soak for another 10 minutes and so on a third time. If the line cleaning fluid is purple after the third soak, your lines are clean. If the line cleaning fluid is green or yellow, it may need another soak before it's fully cleaned. Okay, so now you can see that that is purple and perfectly clean. Okay, so we're going to bring the fluid through the lines and we're going to wait for that to turn clear. Now, if you are using a clear line cleaning fluid, then it's very important that you get litmus paper to test the water to check that your line clean has been completed. Now, this is the most important part of the line clean when we're bringing water through, and it's important that we bring up to 8 pints of water at minimum to flush our beer lines properly. Okay, so we've vented the bottle, we'll remove the coupler. It is important as part of the process that you get a bit of a stiff brush and some food safe detergent and give the coupler a bit of a scrub before we pop it back onto the keg, but we'll now pop that back on. Okay, we've brought the beer through the line, but last but not least, we've got to switch the cooler back on. So let's get that on. Okay, so we've completed our beer line clean, and that is the most efficient, safest way to clean your beer lines. If you do need any advice, feel free to give us a call on the number in the video description below. Like and subscribe on the channel. We'll see you again soon. Take care. All the best.